Hi again. I just wanted to sit down and talk about another game. Last time we talked about Antichamber. Today I wanted to talk about Limbo. Again, it's not a new game, but I think it's actually from 2011, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe later. But I played it. I think last summer, and it really stuck with me. It's a perfect game for me, I guess, because I don't play a lot of games, so this one for some reason I really wanted to. I just saw a random video of it and I thought it looked good, so I wasn't sure if it was gonna be difficult or not. It turned out to be pretty easy. I didn't have to look up any puzzles, how to solve them, so that was good. It's a short game. I think I finished in 3 hours, just because I died a lot. There is an achievement in it to die less than 5 times, which I know not a lot of people have it. It's pretty difficult. I think I died 5 times just on the first trap. Um, but yeah, I wanna get into what Limbo is. It's a puzzle game. I guess it could be qualified maybe as a platform game. I'm not really sure. It's 2D, and the most interesting thing about it is the design, because the gameplay isn't anything new. You're a little kid that solves puzzles and moves on. But I really liked the way it looked. It's black and white, which a lot of people really don't like. I don't know why. Um, I like really colorful games, but I also like black and white games. So I guess that's that. And it's not only black and white, but there is lighter sections, there are darker sections, and you know, the makers really did a good job in showing you where you can go, because it's really straightforward. You go right, and then sometimes you can go up or down. That's basically it. So you can get lost, but in games like, I don't know, Rayman Legends, you constantly think, can I go up this branch? Or can I go down this cave? And you might miss something. Same thing with Mario, I think. It's really easy to miss something. Unless you play it multiple times, of course. But in Limbo, I think they did a really good job in showing you exactly where to go, and you never, for a second, get confused, which I really like. Also, another good thing about it is the fact that you you can complete it. It's not a difficult game where you're gonna have to be stuck for hours. I like that. Um, I know a lot of people are complaining that games these days are way too easy. I'm okay with that just because I'm not good, but I get it. Um, but that's the way I like to play games. I like to play easy games so I can experience them. I don't like to play on the hardest difficulty where I'm gonna get stuck for hours on one level. So Limbo was perfect for me. You just play and you enjoy it, and that's that. And um I love the progression of the puzzles, because at first they are really simple. It's a matter of jumping away, but later on you do actually have to um, solve more complicated things. You start off with a bear trap that you have to jump through, but then by the end you're dealing with elevators and saws and boxes and magnets. And it's such a smooth transition. You don't even notice it until you finish the game. And you're like, oh wow, that was a big change from the beginning to the end. And I really like that. It shows that it was a really smooth transition. It really was, and you don't notice it while you're playing. Um, so that, I guess, brings me into the story of the game. There is no dialogue. There is no text. There's no voice acting, which I'm absolutely okay with. Um, Story to me doesn't need to be something that's told directly. It's something that you just feel throughout the game, and I love the way it was done. You start off and you're a little boy, you're a little kid, and you're all black. It's just a black, I guess, shadow almost. And you have these two little eyes, and it's adorable. And you start walking, and from the looks of it, you are on an island. You don't know exactly how you got there. You look a bit confused, but you just move on, and you realize that this island isn't as abandoned as you thought. People start to show up, little kids, I suppose, because they are the same size as you. Um, and you realize that those traps that you've been avoiding have been set up by those people that are trying to kill you. And as you move on, you find these new like industrial areas, and it's really really interesting. Um, and then the end of the game, I mean, by the end you start experiencing with you start experimenting with gravity, which was really really interesting. You could go up and left and right, and it could be a bit disorienting at times, but I didn't have problems with it. Once you know how to solve a puzzle, you can just solve it. It's not that frustrating. There are a couple boxes that you have to move around and stuff like that, but it's not that frustrating at all. You can usually manage the first time you try it. The magnets were a bit of pain in the ass just to control, but I guess that was the most frustrating part, but it wasn't that bad at all. I won't say what happens in the end, but personally for me, it was absolutely a satisfying conclusion. Well, conclusion, yeah. I guess conclusion is the best word I can come up with. I liked the way it ended. It was perfect. I don't imagine it ending another way, so I was really, really satisfied by it. And yeah, like I said, the story is just you walking around, and it's really straightforward. There's nothing complicated. The mechanics are really easy. You walk, you jump. I don't think you can run. I don't remember. You can climb up and down ladders and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. And you can interact with objects like boxes, like I said. You can push buttons and stuff like that. So it's nothing. It's not the most original game as a concept. It's fairly, I guess, normal. You solve puzzles to move on. But the way it was presented, I think, was unique. The style of it, like I said, black and white. And I love how the objects that are close to you are really, really dark. Like really black or really gray. And then everything that's in the background sort of has a mist to it. And it just made you look at it and think, wow, that's pretty, even though there's really nothing there. And I think that's fairly unique, I would say. So yeah, Limbo. I just wanted to sit down and talk. Like I said, it's not a new game. It's nothing like that. It didn't just come out, but I don't know if a lot of people played it. I think it's on Steam and you can get there. I think it's on PlayStation. I don't know if it's on Xbox. I think it's only on PlayStation and Steam. I would recommend playing it with a controller. If you have a PlayStation, just play it there, because I guess you can play on PC, but I myself find it harder to play a platformer with a keyboard. I play on PC, so it was a bit frustrating at times to control everything. But yeah, I can only play first person shooters on the PC. Okay, just first person games in general. So yeah, guys, that's my recommendation. Play on PlayStation if you have it. If not, PC will do just fine. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if a lot of people played it. I don't know. I think it was received well. It should be received well. It was a really good game. So yeah, that's my, I guess, little review of it. It's not really a review, I guess it's just me saying a bunch of stuff that everybody knew already. So, I recommend playing Limbo. I really do. Just like I recommended Antichamber. I recommend Limbo, and I don't know if I'm gonna do a lot of game reviews. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna move on to a couple books and to movies. But if I play anything interesting, I guess I'll sit down and talk about it. So yeah, play Limbo. I can say enough. Bye bye.